up, YouTube? Henry here, bringing you with a server review today, and the server we will be reviewing is Project Ares. Now, Project Ares is different from other servers, but it's not the only one like this. There are more. As you can see, there's multiple game modes known as Project Ares, the original game mode, Ghost Squadron, and Blitz, which are two newer ones, and coming soon is going to be the arcade. Now, they really improved this, because when I started playing on Project Ares, you had to manually log into all these servers. You have to have each one separately. But as you can see, there's a ton of different game modes, and there's many different games. So I won't actually be showing you any gameplay of myself this episode, but I will be showing you all the different game modes and what their objectives are. So the first type of game mode, and one of the original game modes, is Destroy the Monument. And as you can see here, this is the monuments. And I'll just set my render distance to far here so you can see what's going on in this. Right now, all these players are in-game in a battle to the death. But, sorry, it's not rendering here, just give it a second. In this massive map, they're all fighting each other, blue against red, and if you look over here, you can see the objectives. And every map has different objectives. And in Destroy the Monument objectives, the objective is to get into the enemy monument, which in this case is here, and destroy it without them noticing. And I have a feeling that this guy is trying to do that. Red team could be in trouble. One guy can take down almost an entire monument. Getting some lag here. Sorry about that. Once he destroys, I think it's like 70% of the monument, the red team's going to win this game. And if you go to the exact opposite side of the map, it's over here, you'll see here's the main battlefield in this particular map. There's many other Destroy the Monuments. I'm just showing you one example here. It's the identical thing, except everything's red, and their monument is in the exact opposite. So, like I said, this is the Project Ares Destroy the Monument. I'll show you a deathmatch next. So this is Rift, and it's slightly different than the normal deathmatch, and I'll just show you team selection. When you get login, you're going to come to this screen, and you can click to auto-join, which is, if you're not a donator, you're only going to be able to auto-join. But you can, if you get premium, you can choose what team you're on, so you can play with your friends. Now, in this version of Team Deathmatch, what you do is you get emeralds. So any map with these emeralds, you can get emeralds on, and you come to these areas here where you can trade with the villagers for better equipment. Because I'm not playing, I can't show you, but you can buy better swords, armor, health potions, and pickaxes. And this is slightly different than most of the team deathmatches because there is an objective in it, and it's to destroy this object here, the Nexus, and then these two side ones. Anything ice, the objective is to destroy. So this is a version of their team deathmatch, but slightly different. And if you come here, you can see there's just dozens of people duking it out down here. And in this map, if you go through these water at the top, you get teleported back into the home area. I'll show you a different type of team deathmatch next. This is a different type of deathmatch. This is the Wildwood Crevice map. And there's many other maps like this. There's a snow one, this one. I forget the others. I haven't played it in a while. But if you look over here, you can see the scores. And that's counting the amount of kills each team has. So you want more points than the other team by the end of the round. And there's usually about 10, I think they're 10-minute rounds. And it's just straight up PvP. And when you kill your opponent, as this guy's about to, you get their items. And you see they have golden apples, which you can collect. And eventually you should heal yourself. So this is just a huge team deathmatch. This match is slightly different. This is a destroy the core match, and you can see it's just starting. Everyone's flying around, so you get a little look of the battlefield that you're going to be fighting on. And this is a Destroy the Core map. And what the core is an obsidian sphere with lava in the center, and the objective is to destroy it. Now, this is a relatively new map. It's a newer one. It's not one of the original maps, and I actually don't know where the core is, so I'm just going to try to find it so I could show you what the core looks like. There it is. It's this massive structure up here, and if you look into it, you can't go inside, but there's lava inside of it. And the objective is to mine this obsidian so that you can see the lava pour out, and that's when your team's going to win. But while this is all happening, there's usually a lot of PvP, and it's primarily a attack style game mode. This map here, Midnight Train, is another Destroy the Monument. However, it's slightly different than the one I showed you earlier, with the giant monuments that were made of stone. Instead, the monument here are these two obsidian blocks, which makes it much more difficult. As you can see, it's out in the open, and you have to somehow get up there without being seen and destroy both blocks. So you have to get out 100%. And in this particular map, there are two monuments. So even if you destroy one, you still have to take out the other, and there's still hope. And you can see there's many strategies. It's a pretty bad defense. I like personally having it so that you can see the core, so that you know when the enemy is trying to attack you. And scattered throughout the map are iron blocks, so you can equip yourself full iron armor and iron weapons. But later in the matches, what begins to happen is, when everyone, as you can see, you could fall off into the void and you lose all your stuff. So the later into the match you get, it becomes where people are fighting each other. They have no armor, no swords, and things like that, and it becomes just a brawl. The final game mode of the original Project Ares is their take on Capture the Flag. So in this version, it's called Get the Wool. It's a wool race. And your objective is to get into the enemy wool room, take their wool, but then bring it all the way back to your own. And I think this is a newer map. Yeah, this is new. Golden Drought. I'm not sure if it's Golden Drought 1 or 2. But what makes it very difficult is these places are very easy to defend, as you can see. I mean, your open plains, you have to run through right past their spawn, because they spawn right here, get in. But then the most difficult part is that often, once you get into here and even get the wool, that's just the beginning of what you have to do. And these chests are loaded with goodies. You see really good boots, pickaxes, more pickaxes. I'm pretty sure there's bows in here too. There's the wool you need to get. And as I was saying though, what's almost as difficult as getting the wool is getting back with the wool. However, to make it a little bit more fair, you can see this redstone line. The defenders can't come past this line. Only people trying to steal the wool can actually get into this room and take it. Once you get both wools, as in this map, there are 2 wools you need to get. You have to get them, bring them back to your own spawn, and place them here. And once your team has both, you will win. These maps have no time limits. I've played in matches, especially on this place here, this here map, where it's lasted an hour and a half. So if you see that you're joining a Steal the Wool game, make sure you have plenty of time, because anticipate it taking a while. So these were all of the original Project Ares server game modes. I will now show you some of the newer ones they've introduced recently in the past few months. One of my favorite game modes now is called Rage, and it's a game mode in Project Ares which is their version, so to speak, of One in the Chamber. The bows have max damage, and then your swords are insta-kills. So if you get touched by anything, either the bow or the sword, you will die. There is the off chance that you survive. I have survived being hit once, but it really doesn't happen often. And the objective of this game mode is to eliminate the entire other team. In this map, which they have recently introduced, this is a brand new map when I'm releasing this video. I don't know how how when you're watching it, how recent of a map this is, you can't respawn. But in this one, there's 4 teams instead of the custom 2 as normal. And these matches, what I really like about them are they're really quick. They only last a few minutes because once you get hit once, you're dead. And in almost all of the maps, I think there's one where you respawn. As you can see here, he instantly died by getting touched. So it requires a lot of, I guess, skill to hit the enemy without being hit yourself. So the last map I just showed you, I forgot to mention, was called Rage. This one is slightly different, but it's the same general idea as Rage. The difference is you don't instantly die when you're hit. You can also break certain blocks in this match, unlike in Rage. However, once you die, that's it, you're out of the game, and it's a total deathmatch with the only objective to eliminate the entire other team. The final game mode that Project Ares has released is called Squadron. And although here it looks like I can see all of these people, this is not the case. Squadron is a game mode where everyone, your team and the other team, are completely invisible. These 2 people right here can't actually see each other. They don't know where the other one is. But as you can see, when you're equipping a potion, or if you get shot with an arrow, you like have the arrow sticking out of you, and as a way that the other team can identify you. And with these matches, you're invisible up until it's like the 30-second mark. Everyone becomes visible, but often the games don't last that long. This is also a kill everyone, and if you look here, this guy has what one of the classes is called Leprechaun, and it puts XP that sticks to people and helps you see them. What happens is if you get hit by an archer class, the bows also have this ability to light up the other person for a second so you can see where they are, and then you'll see a random arrow floating around the map. So this was the last game mode introduced by Project Ares recently. So this has been Project Ares, and it is by far one of my favorite servers. Great server, really good uptime. It's almost never down except for when they are updating it so that you can actually play. And when 1.6.4 was released, they actually kept it so that if you didn't update yet, you could play on 1.6.2 or 1.6.4 was really nice. And when you're in game, another really cool feature they have is their report system. So if someone's cheating, hacking, playing unfairly, or breaking the rules, you can say /report. And report them, and a mod or an admin will come check out, make sure everything's alright, potentially kick or ban the person. And another really cool feature that the server has is, if you go online to oc.tc, that's their website, and that the whole website shows you the status, if they're doing any events, stuff like that. And you can actually check out players. So you can look up oc.tc, and then type in a player's name, such as my own, and you will actually see their stats. So I'll leave another link in the description so you can go onto the website and you can actually check out my page. You can see my stats, see if I'm playing or not. But anyway, this is Project Ares. It's a great server. I highly recommend it. And I've been Henry. See you later, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and leave a comment.